Hello and welcome. Cody, Brock, Wolff, and I, Dmytri, Rakovan, are Team 1. We were tasked with helping SKF Falcon New York with improving the scrapping system and re-input of scrap material back into the supply chain. SKF has 140 global manufacturing sites and are leaders in bearing technologies and solutions. SKF has committed being carbon neutral by the year 2050. Aerospace bearings require specialty alloys, which increases CO2 emissions in manufacturing. Thus, the use of scrap to remanufacture steel is produced to help compensate emissions. While steel production does produce high levels of CO2, other parts of the supply chain, such as transportation, play a large role as well. Our team has created various transportation, storage, and warehousing concepts for the improvement of the scrapping process. My teammates Cody and Brock will now explain the concepts.
First concept we'll look at is transportation. The goal of transportation is to minimize cost and CO2 emissions while still being able to meet the transportation needs. The first method we'll look at is trucking. Trucking provides the best route flexibility but has relatively high CO2 emissions and cost. Next, we look at watercraft. Watercraft is extremely fuel efficient and cheaper over longer distances. However, you are limited to only being able to follow major waterways. Concept 3, rail, also has very low CO2 emissions and cheaper costs, but is much better as it has a much greater established network of rails to follow in the United States. Finally, air is the fastest method of all, but is extremely high in carbon dioxide emissions and costs.
5 material sorting and storage concepts were generated with the goal of tracking bearings in warehouses, sorting by material, preparing and storing prior to shipment, and optimizing shipping sizes. The first concept is the bin system, where parts are stored in large bins and crates. The second concept is customer shipping, where major customers are responsible for shipping directly to the remelter. The third concept is traditional warehousing, where traditional warehousing shelving racks are used with ID and inventory tracking systems. The fourth concept is outsourcing a warehouse, where an external company is hired for all sorting, tracking, storage, and outgoing shipments. The final concept is automated storage, where an automated storage and retrieval system is used to store and track parts in the warehouse. 4 location organization concepts were used to determine the size and locations regionally of the different warehouses. The first concept is one centralized warehouse between all the different key locations. The second concept is multiple small warehouses regionally near the key locations. The third concept is mixed warehousing with variable sized and regionally located warehouses. The last concept is a Falconer warehouse on site at their manufacturing facility at SKF.
Through our team's analysis, the scenarios that were evaluated to be best under transportation were trucking and railway. For material handling, the bin method, traditional warehousing, and outsourcing were best rated. Finally, for warehousing, mixed warehousing, and on-site Falconer warehousing were rated best for implementation.